All right, guys, so let's go ahead and talk about the knife roll. Originally, I wanted to get the Chud one. However, they were out of stock for quite some time. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and get this one. And you know, I ended up getting this along with the knives, right? So let's go ahead and open this thing up. So this is how I have the knife roll set up. So what we have here is I got a couple of Del Strong knives, and I got the 2 Franklin knives. Now, it comes with several pockets so that you can put X, Y, and Z. In this case, I have the ThermalWorks right over here. I have the ThermalWorks handheld version right on this pocket. I got the Chef's Temp right over here. I got a 15% discount code on that one for you guys to use in case you guys are interested. I got some microfiber towels in here because, you know, if you go to a barbecue or go anywhere else and you bring this thing up with you, you gotta have a little something for you, man. You could put something else in here, but that's how I have it. I have this Hone. This thing is amazing, guys. You know, Del Strong says that their knives don't require sharpening until like a year or so, but I've found that not to be true, man. You know, so I've been, you know, because I use these knives quite a bit, so I ended up getting this, and it's just amazing, man. So, you know, it brought the blade sharpness back to where it's supposed to be. So I'll have a link to all this stuff in the description below. So one of the things that I end up doing is, say I go to my parents' house, right? If I go over there to them and I know, you know, that I'm gonna be preparing the meat or doing whatever, I just take this with me. That's it. I got the instant read, I got the ThermalWorks, I got the knives that I need. If any of the knives need sharpening, I got it right over here. I got the microfiber towels here. I mean, I got everything that I need, and it's very convenient because all you got to do is just boom, roll it on up, and then it has these little things right over here that you can just bust out and just lock it into place like this, as tight as your heart desires. There you go. And it has a little carry handle too, just like that, guys. Very easy, very versatile, pretty awesome. So again, guys, this is one of these things that I highly encourage you to go ahead and have. So let's go ahead and talk about the knives now. Now this is a serrated knife. It comes with this protector, pretty awesome, especially when using the knife roll. Plastic handle, nothing fancy on it. Very nice grip on this thing too. And it has a little bit of an offset. You can see right over here, just a little bit of an offset. No problem. I really, really, really enjoy this knife a lot. If you guys haven't taken a look at the couple videos, I'm gonna go ahead and roll with some of the video that I have already in here. But you guys can see where I'm just slicing away all of the brisket. Boom, 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 no problem. So much easier than the Del Strong knives that I have. And honestly, this is way cheaper. You can get these 2 knives for cheaper than the Del Strong. So this thing is pretty awesome because it's serrated. I thought it was going to ruin the bark. Boom, 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 no problem whatsoever. It's one of the main reasons why almost every restaurant, every barbecue restaurant has one of these. I thought to myself, man, these serrations are going to ruin my bark, but that is not the case. It just slices right through it, no problem. I don't think I'm gonna use the Del Strong's knives anymore, at least not for slicing, man, because this thing is just amazing, and it's not even expensive either. Now, why did I bring up the Del Strong? Well, it's because this, you guys can see on video in there that on almost all my videos, this has been my slicer for brisket. 100% brisket, ribs, whatever, this has been my slicer for it. But I think the Franklin just beats it out of the park, man. Aesthetics wise, this thing is gonna take it. Cutting wise, purpose that you have this for, you know, in my case, brisket or ribs or whatever, this is it, man. 100%. Here is the boning knife. Comes with its own cover as well. This thing is very nice, man. Now, one thing that I will say about this thing is that it's so easy to trim off fat, meat, whatever. I'll go ahead and roll some video footage in here. But the way that you grip it and the way that it curves, it just makes things so much easier to go ahead and to go ahead and start removing any excess fat, meat, or even slicing away some of the, you know, reshaping the brisket. It does that just fine. This thing is very amazing. I brought this Del Strong knife as well, fillet knife, I believe that's how they have it. It's nice. It has a curve, but it's not as steep. It feels more like I want to go ahead and just do things straight. Not like this one. The way that this thing is angled just makes me feel like removing excess fat, meat, or filleting just feels much more natural. Now, I'm not knocking on Del Strong or whatever. I have several of their knives. They're fantastic. But for me, for just general purposes and what I use, these two knives, man, that's all I need, really. I do have the other ones. I use them for different things, but for barbecuing, at least these are the only two that I really need, at least for right now. The knife roll is just amazing, bro. It's one of those things where you didn't think you would need it at one point or another, but it just makes things so much easier. What I do is I keep everything in there. All I do is I bust it out, boom, while I'm doing cook, and everything is already set where I need it to be set. Microfiber towels, boom, right there. Boning fillet knife, boom, right there. I get a slice of brisket, boom, right there. Everything is just practical. You know, I'm not saying to buy a Franklin specific one, but I mean, this one has a lot of things that others don't. Most of the other knife rolls, they just have pockets for knives, and that might just be enough for you, but this one has several different things where you can put several other items, and I found it to be very useful for me. When I got this boning or fillet knife, everything just became so much natural. You just shave the fat away, you shape up the brisket very nice and easy. It just became so much natural for me, man. You know, so I haven't had the need to use another one. Maybe Del Strong has different knives like that, and maybe I just messed up or whatever the case may be, but to me, this one just feels natural, man. The biggest one for me is going to be the slicer, hands down. You just start slicing the brisket away. I think I only do maybe like 2 or 3, boom, and it cuts it clean. Even if you have like a hard bark, at least in my case, it didn't serrate the bark to be completely off or anything like that. It just made things so much easier, and it just went real well. So that about wraps it up. Be sure to go ahead and like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, guys. Later.